Welcome to Mr. Mambo's Hood of the Scally.
Makes me want a hot dog real bad. Makes me want a hoot dog real bad.
I keep my fists raised up because I'm a hooligan. Hooligan life. Greetings, all you degenerates and deadbeats out there in the Skally-hood, part of the larger Scallyverse. This is Mr. Mumbles, and I'm wearing this because I thought that my brother in arms, Nick Nefarious, I thought he needed a little cheering up today. So I wanted to give him something to smile about. He rarely smiles, so I thought that he'd get a kick out of that. This is the I told you guys not too long ago. I said, man, this Strakowski Gustav turf, never going to be doing any hooligan shit. But it just matched my dropkick t-shirt perfect. And so I got the little Irish harp there, and of course got the little horse with the lucky numbers. He's running on the turf, and one of the finest flat caps I've ever had the privilege of wearing. So we're just going to do a couple of unboxings today. I think these should be some good ones. Also out there, I got a new subscriber, I believe. Hopefully he'll subscribe. I think he's just going to tune in for morbid curiosity, but I've been selling quite a few hats to make room for the stuff that I'm buying off of eBay. And if I can flip it, I do, and try to break even. I'm certainly not going to make any money doing it. But that being said, if you guys happen to see anything, hit me up. You know where to find me. So one of the caps that I put out there, and I'm selling this because I've got a whole grip of Christmas caps. I got red herringbones. I got green. I got all sorts of stuff I can wear during the holidays. But this is the Nutcracker, right? And that's kind of cool. I saw that. I missed out on that. Actually, I wasn't even into Boston Scally when this dropped. I don't even know if it was this December or the previous, but this is going to Mr. Boyer, and as you see, it's in pristine condition. That is a medium large, sir, and I told him that I like the Nutcracker. However, I just happen to like the Kringle a little bit more, and that is the one Christmas Boston Scally that I'm going to be hanging on to, and I will also be adorning it with my Krampus. There he is. There's Krampus. I brought him out before. Okay, so that's 2 caps. Let's see how many I can put on my head today. Okay, so the first package is from Star Road Boutique in Springdale, PA. Okay. I have no idea what this is. It's packaged very neatly. Oh boy, holy shit. Okay. This actually came off of Etsy. And wait till you see this. I'm praying that this fits all right because it's beautiful. So this is a Shandon, okay? And somebody just posted a little while ago that they were wearing a Shandon vintage hat. Man, this is old. I'm going to dry clean this thing. But check that out. Blackwatch tartan newsboy from Shandon. And this was actually, it was Nate Bennett out there. Nate Bennett from Tampa. And you were wearing a Scottish tartan plaid today that I saw. But man, okay, so that's Nick's going to be really happy because this is actually his this is his favorite, the Blackwatch tartan, and man, that's gorgeous. So I'm gonna put this on. I mean, this is old school. I kind of love it. I do love it. So there's some fuzzies on the wool, at least on the brim, and so it is a snap brim. Okay. It does smell a little bit musty. Man, this was $25 on Etsy, and I saw the Blackwatch tartan. I saw it with Shandon. Shandon, made in Ireland. Okay. This has been worn. This has been worn for sure. And it actually smells like whoever had this, it's not cigarette smoke. It's like, God, it smells like pipe tobacco. So that'll be me, man, in a couple of years, you know. Except I'll have my stupid vape. The Chinese will kill me with the vape, with the that nicotine compound that's not even nicotine in there. I'll get the popcorn lung. No, I actually have a pipe. I should have brought my pipe up here for a prop. I only smoke tobacco out of my pipes now, and I do have a little tobacco pouch. But there we go. So that's the Blackwatch. That is the Blackwatch tartan laddie. And I don't know, that probably sounds Irish, but the Blackwatch tartan is actually Scottish. Okay, so that's fantastic. All right. That is fantastic. What do we got? We got Amanda 5-Ash Reisler in Searcy, Arkansas. All right, Mrs. Reisler, what do you got? And I feel like the Scally fairies have sprinkled goodwill on me today. Okay, this is going to be really cool, I think. This is kind of like a driver, brand new. I believe this is a Stetson. It's very light material, I can tell already. Brand new, all-American Stetson. This is a large Stetson. Extremely lightweight, extremely comfortable looking. Here's the real test here. Oh, that's kind of money. Man, okay. It's fantastic. I love this. Great cap. And I think I'm going to keep this one. I've got a very similar cap. It would be like my outdoors hiking cap. It's a German Mazer, but it's the same cut. And man, I like this Stetson. I think I'm gonna hang on to this and probably sell the Mazer. So you guys may be seeing that this evening on Nothing But Scally Auction on Facebook. Okay. I love that. That's fantastic. We're batting 1,000. Okay. This is a tiny little box. And this is Andrelina Tricky in Lovettsville, Virginia. And man, I'm gonna have to look at maps and see where Lovettsville is. I don't know if that's down in southwestern Virginia. I'm sure it's in the mountains somewhere, maybe towards Charlottesville or Stanton, Harrisburg even. Where is Lovettsville? I don't know. Anyways. All right, well, the box is secure. It certainly wasn't going to open up on its own. Man, the vein was probably popping out of my forehead there, trying to get that open. All right, what could this be? It's, oh boy. I think I know what this is. Man, this is going to be my new, one of my new go-to winter caps, I believe. This is I think it's a 60. It's 100% wool. All right, guys, sorry about that. I was showing you this is the Wigens. This is Wigens, and this is Swedish manufacturer. Oh, geez, can you see that? Anyways, Wigens, manufacturer to the crown. The King of Sweden. Like, he got all of his hats from Wigens, evidently. But this is beautifully lined. Really nice. And it looks like it's going to be warm during the winter. But it's just clean, classic profile. Let's try it on. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. At all. Everybody thinks, man. So yeah, I've seen Wigens cost upwards of over $100, for a newsboy. Sometimes I've seen a couple, 150 range. This was off of Poshmark. And I would have to look at the email receipt, but I think this was $35. $35 brand new freaking Wigens. So, man, if you're a derelict, degenerate hooligan that's got a compulsive spending problem, replacing one addiction for the other, like me. And space is at a premium. If I show you guys my little rompus room here, this is where I do all my cappery, my shenanigans and hijinks in here with caps. One of these days I'm going to show you this steaming apparatus. It's probably from South Korea or China, but I turn that thing on and it looks like a UFO taking off. It's really funny to watch, and I still haven't figured out the settings on that thing. But we're gonna do a steaming episode, I think, next. Anyways, I'm running out of room, and so that's kind of why I'm culling down my collection. That being said, it's really hard for me to get that dopamine rush, clicking, click, click, click. It's like little crack pipe, click, click, click. And I think to some degree we all kind of suffer from that. I also like reviewing these new hats too, and as long as what I've found is, as long as it's a a quality cap, that there's always going to be somebody that sees it, and as long as it's presented well and you've taken care of it, somebody's going to want to pick it up. So yeah, that's what I'm counting on. But I've also I like to watch other people doing their vids. Joe Brown out there, Tim Langhoff, he's a new guy. I really enjoy his mystery box. He gets his mystery boxes from Funky Brims, and he's so excited. And he's also in recovery too, and like myself. So kindred spirit right there, right off the rip. So man, check out Tim's site. Paul Stout and Alex Quincy, they have caps and random stuff, and that's a fantastic new show. Cisco Cap Critic, he's fantastic. Granite State Squatch, who's also the moderator for he started the Hatteras fan club appreciation page on Facebook. Anyways, some great review videos. And the King of Kings, man, is out there in the I got Antox. He's up here. He sets the gold standard for us. But then the upper crust, the elite, the pinnacle, Ghosts in the Gaslight, and that's a certain Mr. Saul Landerman. And if you haven't watched Ghost in the Gaslight, he is a trained actor. You can absolutely tell. He's fantastic. Just his delivery, his presentation, his production. He's kind of man. I started watching him, and man, can't stop watching him. And he's done some fantastic vids. I'm looking forward to. He's telling some ghost stories, I think, this week. I want to check that out. But all right, so this is the Wigens. This is the Wigens, definitely a heavyweight winter cap. This Wigens does not have. This is just your classic newsboy. I do have another Wigens that came in, and this still has the tag on it. As a matter of fact, this is a size 59. I may end up trying to sell one of these two. This is also a very heavyweight, 100% wool cap. This is a flat panel, single panel. What it does have, so look at that. I talked about, man, if you're out there in the frozen tundra, in the middle of winter, and that wind chill kicks up, 40 knots of wind, holy shit. Your ears start burning, feel like they're going to fall off. You flip these guys down. Man, okay. That's a game changer. Well, if I'm living up in Sweden, going ice fishing for pike or whatever they catch up there, I'm gonna be wearing one of these. The Swedes, they settled up in Minnesota, land of 10,000 lakes, and if I lived up in Minnesota, sitting on a lake, frozen lake, fishing for perch, I'd be wearing this. Have my little heater in my tent. It'd be a nice little setup. But if I was out exposed, I would want this. Or if I was, like I said, tailgating at Soldier Field in the middle of winter, this is it. It's not a sexy look, but it'll save your ears. So, okay. Let's see. I think we got, oh shoot. Okay, one more. 3 down, 1 to go. And still batting 1,000, which is, that's better than Rod Carew. I think he only bat 400. I don't know if that was a lifetime average. That's pretty tall order. But, all right. Rosemary Ayala. She's off Matthews Ave in the Boogie Down Bronx. How about that? All right. Rosemary. All right. Let's see what we got. And I don't think I'm going to be disappointed here. If I think I know what this is. Okay. Well, I love the way it's packaged. I save, these kind of bags. I save. I'm 99.999% certain I know what this is. When I tell you guys what I got this for, you're going to say, no freaking way, you're a liar. All right, this is so new. This is so new, Marcus Maury, that it still's got the tag on it. This is a Stetson Hatteras. Number one, and I've shown this hat before because I had the same exact hat. I saw this for a fraction of what I paid. Actually, I'm trying to think, but $35. Stetson Hatteras. Look at that color. Look at that color. Man. Okay. And so, where did this come from? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out where the retailer from, but it's manufacturer's suggested retail price $62. The colorway on this, they're calling it brick. So this is a Stetson Hatteras, okay? Here we go. Yeah, I sold this. Gosh, I'm trying to think of who it was. Just a couple days ago. Same cap, yeah, but I knew I was not about to do that, and I was kind of rolling the dice, crapshoot here, because I had no idea what kind of condition this was showing up in. Buyer beware. The last episode I did, you guys saw the Stetson I got. The freaking brim was held down by a tack. I shit you not. It was a freaking tack. I made the joke. if that thing's gonna scratch me in the head, I'm gonna get tetanus. But the whole brim, the seam was ripped off right here. So that was that's one of the things you got to look out for. Now, luckily, I did get a hold of the seller, and she agreed to accept it back. She didn't try to fight it. I provided pictures and everything, and she said, "Man, I had no idea." Okay, well, maybe not, but it all worked out. I'm going to be refunded for that one, but I'm going to call this the Red Baron. And as a matter of fact, I got the perfect pen for that. You guys have seen this before, I believe. This is going to be called the Red Baron. In honor of Baron Manfred von Richthofen, the high-scoring ace of World War I. So that's going to do it for this episode of the Skally-hood. Mr. Mumbles Skally-hood. And thanks for letting me share. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. It's almost down. Almost another one in the books. And this weekend, get to go to Annapolis. Get to do Renaissance Fair, the Maryland Renaissance Fair. So we're going to have a good time. All right. And I'm going to be representing the Scallyverse. Definitely wearing a cap of some sort. And a kilt. So stay tuned for that. All right, folks. Peace.